Do you think the biggest danger of traveling to another star is the time it takes? Imagine being stretched alive by the gravity of a black hole, or waking up from cryogenic sleep only to find yourself completely adrift in the absolute void. For years. With today's technology, time is honestly the least of your worries. In this video, you're going to discover why interstellar travel is far more terrifying than anything NASA or Hollywood has ever shown you. Picture this. Your ship is being pulled relentlessly toward a black hole. You panic and eject yourself in the escape pod. For one brief moment, you think you've made it. But then, you feel it. Your feet are being pulled with far greater force than your head. Your body begins to stretch like rubber. Your bones elongate and snap. Your organs tear apart. Your atoms are ripped away from each other, one by one. Scientists call this spaghettification. The black hole's gravity is so extreme that the difference in force between your feet and your head is enough to destroy any known form of matter. In fractions of a second, you stop being a human being, becoming nothing more than a thin, elongated strand of particles, vanishing into the event horizon. But you don't always need something as dramatic as a black hole to die. Sometimes a single grain of sand is enough. You're traveling at 10% the speed of light when a nearly invisible micrometeorite strikes the ship. At 18,000 miles per second, that tiny grain carries the energy of a nuclear bomb. The entire ship disintegrates in milliseconds. Or, after 80 years, the reactor's cooling system fails. The temperature climbs. Everything starts melting from the inside out, and you watch, completely helpless, as your ship turns into a giant furnace. Or, the life support system develops a microscopic fault, and within weeks, every breath of oxygen aboard becomes poison. Keeping a spacecraft running perfectly for centuries is, practically speaking, impossible, and every single failure could be the last one. If the ship survives all of that, there's still a threat you can't see, can't hear, and can't escape. Cosmic radiation. Far beyond Earth's magnetic field, it passes through you every single day, year after year, like an invisible storm of bullets. Each particle damages your DNA. At first, you feel nothing, but slowly, your body begins to betray you. Your skin burns from the inside. Your hair falls out. Cancer grows quietly, relentlessly. You don't die in a dramatic accident. You rot from within, alive, trapped inside the ship as it continues its silent journey through the void. Now let's talk about what is, for me, the most unsettling possibility of all. You're in deep cryogenic sleep. Suddenly, something goes wrong. You wake up, but not inside your pod. You wake up floating in the middle of a corridor, several meters from any wall, with no momentum, nothing to grab onto. Pure zero gravity. You try to swim through the air. You flail your arms. It doesn't work. You remain suspended in the same spot, slowly spinning, watching the walls of the ship from a distance. No one else is awake. The system could take days, weeks, months, or even years to wake the next crew member. In desperation, you strip off your shirt and pants, ball them up, and throw them as hard as you can. Your body drifts, but agonizingly slowly. With lightweight cryo-clothing, you might gain just a few inches per second. To reach a wall 13 to 16 feet away could take anywhere from 30 to 90 seconds, if everything goes perfectly. If you misjudge the direction or the throw is too weak, it could take minutes or much longer. And the whole time, the cold of the ship presses hard against your bare skin.
And assuming the ship somehow holds together, there's still a quiet, devastating problem: the loss of artificial gravity. Most designs rely on spinning the ship to create centrifugal force. If that system fails, the entire crew is trapped in permanent zero gravity. Bones lose density fast. Within months, they become as fragile as glass. Muscles waste away. The heart weakens. Worse still, children born in zero gravity would have bodies completely unsuited for any real planet. Larger heads, thin bones, weak muscles. Simply trying to stand on solid ground could shatter them. The ship would arrive, but its crew would no longer be capable of living on the world they came to claim. And even if everything else goes right, there's still the most underestimated challenge of all: slowing down. You're traveling at 18,000 miles per second. To enter orbit or attempt a landing, you need to reduce that speed almost to zero. That demands an almost incomprehensible amount of energy, often far more than it took to accelerate in the first place. Most current proposals have no realistic solution for this. If you can't slow down in time, the ship flies right past the target system, like a bullet, and keeps drifting forever through the emptiness. You watch the planet you dreamed about your entire life shrinking in the window, knowing you'll never turn back. And even if the crew somehow survives physically, there's still one final, silent horror: time itself. The faster you travel, the slower time passes for you compared to Earth. If you travel at 10% the speed of light toward a star 10 light-years away, roughly 100 years may pass for you. But back on Earth, more than 100 years will have gone by. Your parents, siblings, and friends have been dead for decades. Your children have grown old and died without you. Humanity itself may have changed beyond recognition, or may no longer exist. You arrive as a ghost from a forgotten era, a time traveler who never asked to be one. Everything you knew, everything you loved, everything you left behind turned to dust generations ago. Interstellar travel isn't just difficult, it's cruel. It asks us to give up almost everything that makes us human, and it can still destroy us in ways we can barely begin to imagine. Maybe one day we'll find a way to cross these distances, but until then, the universe keeps reminding us of an uncomfortable truth. Some frontiers weren't meant to be crossed, at least not by us. Not yet. I think about this often. When I look up at the night sky, I don't just see beauty. I see a reminder of how small, how fragile, and how limited we truly are. The idea of traveling to another star sounds romantic in the movies, but in reality, it exposes just how dependent we are on our small blue home. What strikes me most is that these dangers aren't only technical, they're deeply human. Spaghettification, radiation eating you from the inside,
waking up alone and adrift in the void. All of it forces us to face an uncomfortable question. How far are we actually willing to go to satisfy our curiosity? I believe humanity has an admirable spirit of exploration. It's what pulled us out of caves, put us on the moon, and now has us dreaming about the stars. But I also think we're seriously underestimating the real cost of that journey. It's not just fuel or technology, it's the human cost. Leaving families behind, letting go of memories, surrendering an entire way of life, risking that entire generations are born and die without ever knowing a real sky, a breeze on their face, or the simple pleasure of standing on solid ground.
Understanding that maybe it won't be us, not this generation, who sets foot on another world. Maybe it will be our great-grandchildren, or maybe we'll never get there at all. And honestly, that's okay. What matters is that the dream stays alive. If you've made it this far, it means you feel that same mix of fascination and quiet dread. And that's exactly why I make these videos, to share not just facts, but honest reflections about where we stand in this vast universe. If this kind of content makes you think, moves something in you, or simply keeps you company when your curiosity gets the better of you, I have one simple request. Please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications.
Every subscription, every like, every comment helps more than you might realize. It allows me to keep creating this kind of content with care, quality, and sincerity. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end.